Please be seated. Good evening. I'm Lisa McClure, Chair of the Board of the Trustees of Northwest State Community College. And on behalf of my fellow trustees, I now declare this 53rd annual commencement to be in session. Our thanks to Mrs. Emily Regsecker for serving as our Grand Marshal this evening. Ms. Regsecker has served as a faculty member for 2 years in the area of nursing and allied health. Thank you, Emily, for your dedicated service to Northwest State. I would now ask that all veterans At this time, we'd like to recognize our veterans. Would all veterans please stand and be recognized? We certainly thank you for your service. Okay, at this time, can we all please rise and join in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, it's my privilege to introduce to you the 8th President of Northwest State Community College, Dr. Todd Hernandez.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you today the members of the Platform Party. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. First, let me recognize the Northwest State Community College Board of Trustees, most of which are with us today. Please stand as I call your name. Chair Lisa McClure, whom you just met, representing Paulding County. Representing Van Wert County is Vice Chair Scott Mull. From Fulton County is Second Vice Chair Sandra Barber. Representing Henry County is Joel Miller and Ronald Ernsberger. Representing Defiance County is John Breidenbaugh and Mickey Schwarzbeck. Representing Fulton County is Katrina DeGroff. Representing Williams County is Jeffrey Erb. Also in our attendance today, we have the college administration. I ask that you please stand and be recognized. Next, I would also like to recognize the heart and soul of this institution, the faculty and staff. They provide transformational learning environments as well as care and support for our students. We would also like to thank Ms. Bethany Klopfenstein and Ms. Jessica Tomey, who are serving as junior marshals this evening. No one completes a college degree alone. For every graduate here today, there are supporting family and friends who help our students overcome incredible barriers to reach their educational goals. Graduates, I offer you this opportunity to rise and applaud the family members and friends who have helped you on your journey. To our graduates, on behalf of a very grateful Northwest State Community College, I commend you for your dedication and persistence that have led to this remarkable achievement. You balanced work, family, and other obligations in order to complete your education. To our community, Northwest State provides a safe place where our students' hopes and dreams lead to a better life. We know that the degrees and certificates earned today represent far more than educational milestones. A Northwest State education helps our students reach other goals, including family-sustaining wages. The reason we call today's ceremony a commencement is because it marks the beginning of a new chapter in our students' lives, one filled with hope and potential. We remain resolute in our mission to provide an excellent, yet accessible and affordable education that will improve the lives of individuals and strengthen communities. Student by student, family by family, community by community, we will help Northwest Ohio maintain a high quality of life and remain a great place to live and work. Next, the Northwest State Community College Commencement Committee, based upon the recommendation of the college faculty, is pleased to present the President's Outstanding Student Award for the fall graduates of the 2022-2023 academic year. Eric Schinninger is from Sherwood, Ohio, and is the second oldest of 7 children. Throughout his life, Eric has proven himself to be a faithful friend, a successful athlete, a diligent student, a loving brother and son, and a self-sacrificing individual who is always ready to lend a helping hand. Eric's educational journey began at Northwest State as a College Credit Plus student while he was still in high school. He excelled as a student and was awarded the Presidential Scholarship, and he earned his associate degree in Network and Cybersecurity, summa cum laude, only 1 year after his high school graduation. He continued his educational pursuit at Northwest, and this semester he successfully achieved his associate degree in electromechanical engineering. Eric played basketball for the Cougars homeschool basketball team for 7 years and was a member of the Black Swamp 4-H Club for 9 years and enjoyed raising and showing rabbits and goats. Eric enjoys reading a variety of books, going on camping vacations with his family, playing sports with his friends, fixing things on the farm, working outdoors, and riding four-wheelers. He is a volunteer at the St. Mary's Food Pantry in Defiance, Ohio, and volunteers at Northwest for campus programs. Eric actively works to promote the dignity of human life from conception to natural death. Eric is also a member of Phi Theta Kappa. Eric is grateful for the opportunities that Northwest has provided and thanks everyone who has been part of his educational journey. It is with great pleasure that we present the President's Outstanding Student Award to Eric Schinninger. Please welcome Dr. Lana Snyder, Vice President for Enrollment Management and Student Affairs, who will provide us with a snapshot of the graduating class.
I would like to extend my congratulations to the graduates. Today, your family, friends, and college community have gathered to celebrate your achievements with you. Who makes up the class of fall 2022? The class has 103 graduates. 83% of the graduating class lives in the 6-county area of Defiance, Fulton, Henry, Paulding, Van Wert, and Williams counties. The average age of the class is 27. Several graduates are members of honor societies. There are 9 graduates who are members of Phi Theta Kappa, and 4 are members of Alpha Delta Nu, and 1 Kappa Beta Delta. The grade point average of the class is 3.25. This evening, a total of 106 awards, 83 associate degrees, and 23 certificates will be awarded to our 103 graduates. Degrees and certificates will be awarded to 9 graduates in arts and sciences, 25 graduates in business and public services, 46 graduates in STEM and industrial technologies, and 26 graduates in nursing and allied health. It is now my honor to introduce our commencement speaker, Shirley Wagner. Shirley M. Wagner is a licensed funeral director and an embalmer in the state of Ohio. She's a Bryan High School graduate and a Northwest State alum, graduating in 2012 with her Associate of Science. Shirley furthered her education at the Cincinnati College of Mortuary Science achieving both her associate degree in 2014 and bachelor's degree in 2015 in mortuary science. Post-graduation, Shirley has broadened her horizons and used her various talents in many arenas. She's a certified funeral service celebrant, as well as a licensed wedding officiant. She holds a substitute teaching license and has served as a part-time faculty teaching anatomy and physiology here at Northwest State. In 2019, Shirley turned her attention to child advocacy. She volunteers her time as a mentor and as a promoter of children's issues, speaking before the Ohio House of Representatives Families, Aging, and Human Services Committee to encourage adoption and foster care reform. Shirley is employed at Thompson Funeral Home in Montpelier, Ohio, and lives with her husband and 4 children in West Unity, Ohio. Please welcome Shirley Wagner.
I cannot express what an honor it is to be invited back to my alma mater, where my higher educational journey began, to celebrate the accomplishment of the Northwest State Community College graduating class of 2022. I would like to take a moment to recognize the faculty, staff, administration, Board of Trustees, and President Todd Hernandez for their dedicated service to these graduates. A special thank you to my professor, Sherry Howard, and to Jamila Tucker, the Dean of Arts and Sciences, for their generous recommendation that allowed me to address this graduating class. A heartfelt welcome to all the family and friends who gather here today to acknowledge and celebrate this monumentous occasion. I speak with sincerity of heart when I say it is a privilege to be your commencement speaker tonight. Your accomplishment is no easy feat. Regardless of your origin or your personal obstacles, you have succeeded and are now graduating because of your determination. To some, this may seem like merely a small milestone at a community college in the middle of rural Northwest Ohio, but to me, Northwest State was a beacon of hope that proved that the educational foundation and discipline that I needed, which ultimately led to the success in my profession and the discovery of my purpose. For weeks, I anxiously pondered what I would say to honor you, the graduates, on such a joyous occasion. I found it fitting to perhaps begin with my story, since I was once in your shoes, in cap and gown, graduating from this distinguished institution with a bright future ahead of me. You heard my introduction, and you see the person that I am today, but few who knew me in my youth would have ever anticipated that I would be where I am today. I was raised in Bryan, Ohio, by 2 drug-addicted parents who were morally debased and who were in and out of prison. I had no example of what academic success looked like. Due to the severity of my abuse I endured through the age of 16, I had little hope in any good for my future. I was simply surviving day to day. Who could focus on scholarships, grade point averages, and academic achievements when the source of one's next meal is constantly in question? My grades in high school were suffering, and my guidance counselor was persuading me to only enroll in work-study courses. The classes she suggested were not college prep. She made these suggestions despite knowing my desire to attend college. It was then that I realized I was the only one who believed in me. This was a pivotal moment in my life, and I knew if I did not leave my home and the abuse would continue, and I would never achieve my dreams. After running away from home and entering a kinship placement with my older sister, my eyes were open to what my childhood truly was. I realized that I had many difficult years ahead as I gave up a life of drug addiction and drug dealing to seek what I believed was God's purpose for my life. After a brief marriage and rocky divorce, I enrolled at Northwest State Community College, determined to build a better life for myself and for my son. As our late President John F. Kennedy would say, there are risks and costs to a program of action, but they are far less than the long-range risk of comfortable inaction. My program of action was Northwest State. I refused to settle for comfortable inaction. I was determined to succeed. To some, even my own graduation may have seemed like merely a small milestone at a community college in the middle of rural Northwest Ohio. But to the great leaders in our nation's history, the location where an education was received was of little importance compared to the great determination and resolution exercised to achieve it. Isham Rivas was an ambitious young man reading law to become an attorney. In 1855, he wrote a letter to Abraham Lincoln, requesting that the elder attorney mentor him in his reading and understanding of law. Due to time constraints, Lincoln could not oblige Rivas on his request to be his apprentice. However, Lincoln did respond and wrote a letter of advice to the aspiring attorney, encouraging and reassuring Rivas, advising him books were all that he needed, along with his capacity to understand what he read. Lincoln continued by telling the young student that no big city nor esteemed mentor would be the deciding factor in his success. He closed the letter with this statement, and I quote, "Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other one thing." Rivas evidently took this advice to heart, as his resolution to succeed not only earned him the title of attorney, it led to his honorable appointment of Associate Justice of the Arizona Territorial Supreme Court by Ulysses S. Grant in 1869. This was achieved only 14 years after beginning his rigorous education, relying heavily on his own ability to learn and modeling after the teachers and mentors that came before him. By determination, Rivas far surpassed his original goal of practicing law in a small town, finding his purpose in becoming one of the great legal scholars of his day. Receiving my Associates of Science degree from Northwest State gave me further confidence and hardened my resolve to succeed in furthering my education. By the time of my graduation, I had remarried and was expecting another child. We took a leap of faith and moved our now 2 children to Cincinnati, and I was determined to continue my studies at Cincinnati College of Mortuary Science. I believed that I would graduate and become a funeral director and embalmer. However, a newly added course to the rigorous curriculum would further refine my public speaking skills and my abilities while helping honor the memory of the deceased. Never did I imagine that my celebrant training, along with a speech course taken at Northwest State, would aid me in the discovery of my purpose. After graduating with a bachelor's degree of mortuary science and becoming a licensed funeral director and embalmer as planned, myself, my husband, and my now 3 children moved back to Northwest Ohio. I began to reflect on the promise I had made to God during my transition to living with my older sister all those years ago. During those difficult times, I promised God that I would save at least 1 child from the awful abuse and neglect that I had faced if he brought me to a place where I felt safe. By the time we had moved back to Williams County, I had been married 6 years to my husband, and we had 3 beautiful children of our own. I was safe, and I knew it was time to honor the promise I had made. Our family decided to foster in hopes that we would find a child that needed a forever home. But before we could finish our licensing, an 11-year-old girl was left at our doorstep by her biological mother. She asked for us to adopt her before she was surrendered into foster care. After a year and a half of an expensive and emotionally taxing process, she became our daughter. Adopting our daughter, our later experience as foster parents and mentors opened my eyes to the devastating truth that thousands of foster children in the state of Ohio had so few representatives to speak on their behalf. I intended to obtain my education to secure a career, but it was because of my education and training that I had unknowingly been preparing to fulfill my purpose as a child advocate. I have testified on bills at the House of Representatives in Columbus and offer whatever help and recommendations I can to many of our state representatives. I have co-founded the Ohio Foster Care and Adoption Reform Initiative and have been invited to speak before high-ranking elected officials in our region. Who would have ever envisioned a poor, abused little girl who slipped through the cracks of a broken system would graduate from high school, let alone college? Who would have imagined that a person with an education received at a community college in the middle of rural Northwest Ohio would so impact the decisions made in our state's capital? Who would have reasoned that an education in the funeral industry, caring for the grieving, would have led me to caring for orphan children in our state? I never expected for my education to lead me to where I am today. I stand here before you as a living, breathing testimony of what you can do, armed with a quality education received here, combined with the resolution to succeed. I believe that today we are celebrating the graduation of future physicians, engineers, lawyers, entrepreneurs, teachers, politicians, and other leaders in our communities. When you look back 12 years from this date, I hope your life and accomplishments will far exceed what you dreamed of or anything you could have imagined that you would become. May your future accomplishments far surpass that of my own, because you are the future. And remember that your resolution to succeed is more important than any other one thing. I am honored to be the first to congratulate you on your achievement. And I'm so proud to call you my fellow alumni of Northwest State Community College. Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley, for your inspiring remarks. As a token of our appreciation, I would like to present to you this plaque as a reminder of your address to us this evening. Good evening. I am Dr. Dan Burklow, Vice President for Academics, and I am pleased to announce that the class address will be given by Miss Natalie Meyer. Natalie Meyer is from Hamler, Ohio. She values her faith, her family, her friends. Natalie is eager to learn and wants to soak up any knowledge she can. Natalie has been a student at Northwest State since 2019, when she began taking classes through College Credit Plus program while she attended St. Patrick Henry High School. She has been on the Dean's List in 2019 and was a recipient of the Presidential and Francis O. Fackler Scholarships. Natalie is also president of Northwest State's Alpha Delta Nu chapter, the Nursing Honor Society for Associate Degree Nurses, and a member of the Student Activities Committee. She is an active member at St. Stephen's Lutheran Church in Hamler, where she has taught Sunday school throughout the years, and is a volunteer at the Sufficient Grace Ministries, a nonprofit organization that helps mothers and families suffering the loss of a pregnancy or child. Natalie's commitment to serve others has guided her course to choose a career in nursing, and today she is graduating with her Associate of Applied Science in Nursing degree. Natalie, would you please come to the stage And please join me in welcoming Natalie Meyer.
Good evening. Like he said, I'm Natalie Meyer, and I am absolutely honored to have been chosen to speak with you all tonight. I am a graduate of the Registered Nursing Program today. My experience at NSCC has been nothing short of amazing, and I would highly recommend NSCC, and especially the Nursing and Allied Health Program, to anyone. Northwest State pushed, challenged, inspired, and drove my want to grasp even more knowledge and continue to learn. The professors and staff guided me through every obstacle that college and life can throw at a person, and I can proudly say that I have established professional relationships that will last me a lifetime. I know that I can reach out to any staff member here, and they would help me in a heartbeat. Northwest State not only serves its community, but is a community in itself. I will truly miss seeing all the students and staff that I have seen here multiple times a week for the past almost 3 years. As excited as I am for the future, I am also sad to be leaving the feeling of home that I have here at Northwest State. I graduated high school in 2020, but attended College Credit Plus classes here before that. Graduating high school and going off to college is daunting enough, but then throw the COVID-19 pandemic on top of that, and that is a surefire way to make someone feel at least a little uneasy. However, Northwest State was available to help me every step of the way, whether it was emails, phone calls, Zooms, or in person when we could. My advisors and professors especially walked me through everything and talked me off the cliff more than a few times. I wouldn't be on the path I am today without their support. And I am also grateful for the financial support that NSCC offers their students. I received the Presidential Full Tuition Scholarship and the Francis O. Fackler Scholarship through Northwest State. I remember my mom telling me in late junior high and early high school that if I received a full ride somewhere, meaning that her and my dad didn't have to pay or help me pay for any of my college, she would buy me a new car. And to that, I said, "Game on, Mom." My mom thought that buying a car would be cheaper than paying for college. Well, I was determined to work hard in high school and get a jump start on my education with the College Credit Plus program, and I decided that I wanted to be a nurse. When it came time to graduate high school and look towards my future, I accepted the full tuition scholarship and used my Francis O. Fackler Scholarship to pay for books and other fees. So here I am today, earning my nursing degree without any debt or student loans I have to pay for, nor my parents, and I got my car. And on top of all this, I secured my dream job as an RN where I can continue to care for people every day and help people like I've always wanted to do since I was a little girl. Plus, I can work my dream job and continue my education to get my bachelor's and beyond to fuel my fire of needing to continuously learn. So if you gather anything from any of what I just said, work hard and good things will come. Work hard and your dreams can come true. I can proudly say that I truly feel that I am set up for success because of NSCC. I love to volunteer and help others before coming here, and now I'm even more eager to serve my community. Northwest State allowed me not only to continue the activities that I already do in the community, but inspired and pushed me to want to do even more. I encourage you all to learn, serve others, and always remember the people that helped you get here. Your community is what helped guide you, encourage you, and lift you up when you needed it. As we leave here today, remember to take Northwest State's values with you of people, integrity, and learning. Strive to always bring people together because teamwork and community are powerful tools. Have integrity by being dependable and respecting others to build trust. And lastly, never stop learning. Never stop asking questions. Never think you can't learn anymore. Knowledge is essential to growth and success. All three of these things will allow us to successfully serve others. And whatever the future holds for you, whether you earn a degree or a certification today, whether you are continuing your education or starting your career, never stop serving others and always find ways to give back to the people that served you. Thank you, and congratulations to you all.
Thank you so much, Natalie, for sharing your personal journey, and please accept this plaque as a reminder of your address for us this evening.
Thank you so much.
As Vice President for Academics, it is now my honor to present the candidates for graduation. Candidates, please stand. President Hernandez, upon a recommendation of the faculty and in concurrence with the academic deans, wait a second, sorry. I got a little bit off here, sorry. Could I also have the faculty please rise? Turn and face the students. President Hernandez, upon recommendation of the faculty and in concurrence with the academic deans, I am pleased to present to you the students who have fulfilled the requirements for their certificates and degrees, which include the Associate of Arts, the Associate of Science, the Associate of Applied Business, the Associate of Applied Science, and the Associate of Technical Studies.
Vice President Berklow, I commend you and your faculty for the outstanding job you have done in preparing our students for this moment, and I wholeheartedly agree with your recommendations. Graduates, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I award to you the Northwest State Community College degree and/or certificate, together with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities therein.
Each year, several of our graduates are selected by the division faculty and deans to receive the Award of Merit in recognition of outstanding achievement in their programs of study. These students are honored tonight during the distribution of diplomas with little medallions that they will get, and are also noted in your commencement program. At this time, I would like the first group of graduates to please proceed to the stage. The remaining graduates can please be seated. Mr. Terry King will be serving as our orator today.
Our first group of graduates will be from the Division of Arts and Sciences, which is led under the direction of Jamelia Jones. Trista Frucci, Award of Merit, cum laude. Kelsey Jo Garcia. Drew Liam Gray. And now we will have graduates from the Division of Business and Public Services. This division is led by Dean Jason Rickenberg. Sarah Lynn Lovejoy, Award of Merit, magna cum laude. Isaac Allen Schindler, Award of Merit, cum laude. Edna Charlene Rain Clark, cum laude. Justin Philip Davis, cum laude. Misty Dawn Fellers. Courtney Ferris. Allison Ray Guyton. Christopher Paul Hall. Tristan Marie Hartman. Morgan Lee Hominiak. Gunnar David Kaler. Paige Elizabeth Lance. Adriana Lopez. Ashley Nicole McCloskey, magna cum laude, Kappa Beta Delta, Phi Theta Kappa. Rebecca Faith Nichols. Olivia Leigh Petrie. And next we will have the Division of Nursing and Allied Health. This division is led by Dean Tiffany Ludwig. Dr. Tiffany Ludwig. Wasn't on my card. Okay, Jessica. Jessica Marie Hatlevig, Award of Merit, cum laude. Jasmine Marie Justice, Award of Merit, magna cum laude, Dean's Leadership Cluster. Natalie Renee Meyer, Award of Merit, magna cum laude, Alpha Delta Nu. Emily Rebecca Woodbury, Award of Merit, cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa, Alpha Delta Nu. Madison Lee Brown, magna cum laude, Alpha Delta Nu. Edward Leo Bump. Brianna Elizabeth Dorio. Amanda K. Hutton. Sandra Nadine Mummert. Damara Ann Netcher. Arlinda Rhoda. Desiree Shante Saldivar. Caitlin Faith Schrader. Morgan Ann Marie Siegel. Vanessa Ray Stotz, cum laude. And now we will have the Division of STEM, Industrial Technologies, led by Dr. Ryan Hamilton. William Lammers, Award of Merit, summa cum laude. Eric Michael Scheninger, Award of Merit, summa cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Matthew John Wagner, Award of Merit. Trinity Anthony, Dean's Leadership Cluster. Joseph Scott Cousineau, summa cum laude. Jordan Christopher Boyd. Macy Jane Driscoll. Joshua Christopher Freestone, summa cum laude. Shane Michael Hancock. Alan Lee Jordan. Stuart Martin. Hayden Sean Meyer, magna cum laude. Drake Lowell Morin. Brandon James Nussbaum. Tim Allen Palmer, summa cum laude. Katrina Ruth Stoller, magna cum laude. Tim James Vogt, Jr. Drew Joseph Yoder, magna cum laude.
Well, congratulations, graduates. Will the audience please join me in a round of applause? So, one last step to make it, I guess, truly official. So, could I have you all the graduates, please stand? And as one, move your tassel from the right side to the left. Okay, thank you. It is now my pleasure to ask Albert Lewis Jr., and you can relax now, sorry. It's now my pleasure to ask Albert Lewis Jr. to come to the podium to recognize Pamela Donaldson, chosen for emeritus status earlier tonight.
Thank you, Dan. Good evening. At a dinner earlier this evening, the Board of Trustees honored a distinguished individual that was posthumously awarded emeritus status. Emeritus status is an honorary title awarded for distinguished service to the Academy, to the academic community. The Board of Trustees bestows the title on a faculty member, administrator, staff, or trustee who has permanently retired from Northwest State Community College and who has served the college, community, and profession with distinction. Pam Donaldson started her career at Northwest State Community College in August of 1994 as a full-time faculty. She was instrumental in building and providing professional guidelines for learners entering the Human Services program. After many years of teaching and mentoring learners and colleagues in the program, she took on a new role as an instructor in arts and sciences, teaching sociology, cultural diversity, and abnormal psychology. In addition to her instructional role, she served as a leader in the State of Ohio's curriculum and transfer initiatives and served as faculty representative to the NSCC Education Association. Her nominator said this about her. Pam mentored countless colleagues as social workers, professionals, not only through formal coursework, but also through advising, collegiality, and fellowship. She acted as a supportive caring, and empathetic member of her department, her campus, and her community. Pam's faithful service to the college and its mission for nearly 3 decades merits formal recognition. Pam was honored and finally remembered at a dinner earlier this evening with her family and peers present. Let's give Pam a round of applause. Thank you. We thank each of you for helping us celebrate our graduates this evening. Immediately following this ceremony, you will be invited to the reception hosted in the atrium. We ask that all guests remain seated until the graduates, faculty, and stage party recess. I'd like to bring to the stage Board Trustee Chairman Lisa McClure.
Again, I'd like to thank the graduates. And as Chair of the Board of Trustees of Northwest State Community College, I now declare this 53rd annual commencement at an end.